So we really don't care too much about what happened to Michael Pence. Because to me, Michael Pence was no more than put there or got there somehow. I don't know how. Trump should have kicked that bomb out a long time ago, or he should have never chose him. Like I said, I knew him before he was even a vice president. I was watching him, Obama, all of them. I know where Obama come from with that gay shit, but you know what I'm saying, and how he got there. You know what I'm saying, people just figuring all that out now. I knew about that even before that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching his ass from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And how he pop on the scene like the groovy machine. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But nobody gives a flying fuck about Scavino, whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? In Michael Pence. To me, y'all is nothing but creeps in the book. You know what I'm saying? At about the same time, Trump is again pushing him to do more. You know what I'm saying? Well, where's the videotape showing this? Where's the videotape? White House secretary official heard reports over police radio that i- i- that over the radio that indicated Penn security details believed this was about to get very ugly, according to the House committee report. Uh, you see it, people? Did you see that? Let's go back and read this again, very carefully. Um, at about the same time, Trump aides were pushing him. How do we know that? And what and where did this happen? And when did it happen? And where's the videotape to show this? You know what I'm saying? Was pushing him to do more. A White House secretary, I mean, a White House security official heard reports over the police. Who's the security official that heard this report? And can he play that report back again so it can be entered into evidence? You know what I'm saying? On a motion, a suppressionary motion of discovery needs to be done here to see if we can get that recording. You know what I'm saying? That indicated that Penn security detail believed it was going to get ugly. According to the House committee report, as Trump aide Luna called, according to source, according to source. Uh-huh. You see the nonsense here, people? Trump didn't seem to care that Pence had moved to a secure location. Mm. Well, anyway, why would Trump care about what Pence do? We was gonna give him a baba and put a diaper on him or something, and then rush him over to the secure place in the crib. I don't know, but nobody cares about that. But we see the bullshit in the statement, though. You see, you get it? Trump showed he was capable of allowing harm to come to one of his own close. That's a fucking lie. That's wordplay, propaganda, and bullshit. Got you. Ha! Woo! Oh yeah. Mm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. More than half an hour later, a half an hour, Trump allowed Scavino, whatever it's Scabanotabino, you know what I'm saying, to tweet a message he wrote telling Trump, tweeted a message he wrote telling writers to stay peaceful. That's a lot of lie because he said that out on the stage. He didn't have to tweet a goddamn thing. Wait, where this come in at? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Why did who's got this nutcase jackass that's talking for Trump? I don't get it. And saying that he was allowed to tweet a message. And how is the message going to get to the crooked people that were working for Nancy Pelosi and Chuck the Duck Schumer and the FBI and the CIA and all these other people in the crowd acting as if they were Trump supporters? How is he going to get a tweet to them? How is he going to, and was they really going to respond to that tweet? Is the question. Hmm? To the riots to stay peaceful. But he said that on stage, didn't he? Right after the election. But Age reportedly kept pressing for more to be done. Well, but he still wrote them and told them to send the National Guard. Didn't Liz Cheney and set up Skeletor-looking Nancy Pelosi down, see? Buried his messages and his letters and shit, and you kept him in a motorcade caught up somewhere. As Cavino confirmed that Trump had other concerns that stopping other concerns that stop that's a bold-faced lie. That's a bold-faced lie. That's clear to see. Trump listened to the ply. No, Trump listened to the pleas. I'm sorry, I'm reading something else. Trump listened to the pleas, but he was just not interested at the moment to put anything out. Scavino. Oh, so Scavino is a hell of a liar. He told Smith team. According to the source, again, here we go with the lie again. Instead, Trump was focused on watching TV and talking in a chaotic scene. Oh, but you ain't in. I wonder where this evidence that you talking about, Mr. Scavadagalino. We see the conversation between Savannah Case Lido and Jack the Not Case Gordon Smith team went on with their lying bullshit. Let's just be honest. Yet another Trump official who saw no evidence of mass fraud that corrupted the results of. Wait a minute. I don't give a fuck if this man or whatever age you're talking about didn't see it. Bitch, you don't think for the world. We have our own goddamn brain. And the American people need to stop letting other people do investigations for them. Do it yourself. Dig as deep and as hard as you can till you crack the concrete floor, go through the floor, hit the basement floor, crack that floor, and keep on going. Don't let them think for you, such as what he's doing here in psychologically brainwashing your mind. On with him reportedly being yet another Trump official who saw no evidence of mass fraud that corrupted the results of the. What the fuck that got to do with what we're talking about on rushing the White House? And if he didn't see no evidence, what about the evidence he did not see? You jackass. Or the evidence that you claim that you did not see. You know what I'm saying? Or the evidence that you hide that you did see. Get out of my face, clown. Get out of my face, clown. You know what I'm saying? We see Missouri, you know what I'm saying, Secretary of State threatened to drop creep Joe Biden from the ballot if new legal standard removes Trump. You know what I'm saying? And that is only fair by all means. You know what I'm saying? But we see here with Missouri, Secretary of State I guess, Ashcroft, you know what I'm saying, is threatening to remove the creep as president from the election, but he needs to be removed altogether. Look what the fuck he just caused. Did people see what happened going all the way back to Hillary blood-sucking Clinton and the bullshit that they did leading up to Trump being running for office? all the way up to this shit, all the way up to what we saw with the pandemic, the Black Lives Matter riots in the street, Canada, all the way up to now. And you're going to tell me that he should still be on the ballot? This man is a threat to the world itself. He's an evil being running on an ideology that you wouldn't believe. Same go for Bill Gates, same go for Anthony Fauci, the Killer Weasel, and many others in our government. Missouri Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft said he will remove his ass from the election ballot as other states, you know what I'm saying, may do so. You know what I'm saying? May do so. You know what I'm saying? May do so. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to remove Trump, he needs to go too. And anybody who's running for office that have the same conception, you know what I'm saying? Remove his ass from the ballot as other states make efforts to disqualify Donald Trump, Trumpy baby, the president, from securing a second term over his action during the U.S. Capitol. There was no action of his. The action in which he took and the words in which he said were manipulated to the point that we really don't know what was truly said. Even when it came to the conversation on the telephone that you used to cause yourself saying that he was setting up this position as to be an insurrection in itself, or whatever you say he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But he never told anyone to do that you said that he did. So this is all we know is just a tie Trump up, yada, 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 the story. But the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to decide whether Trump can appear on the Republican primary ballot in Colorado after state Supreme Court ruled that he couldn't, citing the 14th Amendment, citing the change of the amendments in your crooked ass. Let's just be honest. Because you cannot just focus on one section of the immunity as a whole. Because the immunity bears a larger range based on the president and the stress and the shit that he goes through. So if you have a corrupt president, why did he slide through? But you're telling me one that is trying to save our country and our world is catching such a bad rap and can't slide through. Because there is nobody on planet Earth that's 100% straight. There's crookedness in all of them, including the demon Democrats and their administration and the creeps that they have put into office. All they have done is genocide on this planet and continue to do so, whether it's medical or wartime. It doesn't matter. The attack is an attack. This is what we got to understand. You know? But at the same time, when we look at the U.S. Supreme Court is expected to decide whether Trump can appear on the Republican primary ballot in Colorado after the state Supreme Court ruled that it wasn't so. The High Court sided with the lower court. What the fuck? What is this, a clown show or some shit? Why would the upper court side with the lower court when the lower court has not produced any evidence of such being, and that in which that was said, done, and shown that is buried in itself and manipulated like you did to convince the whole fucking world that this man was a criminal. This wasn't no overnight thing. Okay. They've been planning to block this man for a very long time. Because we all saw what was going on. The nastiness. But the High Court sided with the lower court that ruled Trump incited his supporters. No, he did not. No, he did not. You're lying again. as Congress was, certifying, as Congress was lying, is certifying creepy ass, wannabe cheating 2020 presidential bullshit ass failure of the creep Joe Biden. The Colorado Supreme Court decision was the first time in history that the Section 3 of the 14th Amendment was used to bar a presidential contender from the ballot. Section 3 of the Constitution is not the only section of the constitutional article within the 14th Amendment all the way down the pike. It doesn't just stop at that. I read it. It's a long issue, and the one I put up there just is put up there now is another one that was put up there, and you will begin to see where the immunity comes in that they are barring to give it to Donald Trump. Now the immunity is not proving whether or not he's guilty or not guilty. It is based on him being a president under the duress and the stress in which these demon Democrats have put on this man. So many of his actions against the beast organizational demon democratical democracy kind bullshit scheme, of course he's going to be blackballed, swinged around, dig up in the nose and all kind of bullshit. We must expect that. Let's just be honest. You know? But we see Maine Secretary of State decided that Trump should be removed from the ballot. Why would he be removed from the ballot, and why would you say some bullshit like that? For the same reason. Trump is appealing, and he shouldn't have to appeal any fucking thing. Because he did not create, he did not create, or whether it probably it was his parents, who knows, or the genocide that we have seen on planet Earth. He didn't live long enough to do that. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But creep Joe Biden did in government. Yes, he did. He was there long enough to murder and kill billions of people off our planet. Going all the way back when you look at even Europe itself and the carnage and the shit that they were doing. Don't give me bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You garbage. You know what I'm saying? But we see Friday Ashcroft, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Republicans said the efforts in Colorado and Maine were disgraceful and undermines our republic. Really, that's what it is. It ain't no demon mockery. It's a republic. Asshole. That's why Biden said it only gonna be it ain't gonna be two parties. It's gonna be a Democratic Republic. Nigga, you can't have both. It's a republic. The demon democratical shit is something that y'all put in there, like the same thing you did with the Gaza Strip and what's going on over there in Africa, in Egypt, that you calling something at all. But while I expect the Supreme Court to overturn this, and second of all, when a president go before the Supreme Court, there was a gentleman, I think, on the Doc Rich show who explained that. But when a president go before the Supreme Court, you know what I'm saying, he should be granted automatically immunity in itself, and the case supposed to be thrown out. You know what I'm saying? So we know that each state is not doing what the Constitution really says in the whole article of the Constitution, whether it's section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 19. You got to read them all. You can't just read section 3 of the 14 because they're brainwashing you with that same trick. While the expert in the Supreme Court to overturn this, if not secretaries of state will step in and ensure a new legal standard for Donald J. Trump, Trumpy baby, to apply equally to creepy ass nutcase bad, baby. You know, because he's a nut. Ashcroft wrote on X. I am not in favor of going down this path, but if we will go down this path, it would, it's, in other words, intervenable. It is. You know what I'm saying? It's inevitable. Viable. It, in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? If the Supreme Court, you know what I'm saying, intervenable, you know what I'm saying, if the court intervenable, the Supreme Court does not stop this. The Supreme Court should intervene, and it should be intervenable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the Supreme Court does not stop this. Ashcroft told St. Louis Post the rule would apply equally. Just hope they will not, just hope they will not, in more ways than one, be the rule of Colorado and Maine. Colorado and Maine should intervene and invite anyway. You know what I'm saying? And shut that shit down. You know what I'm saying? So it shows that, like I said, if you follow that, then we know something is definitely catchy here. As we see the creep in the mix, as we see him up there. Look at it. Look at the log down there. Look at the log. You can see something wrong with that man. Republicans have, you know what I'm saying, heavily criticized the demon Democrats for attempting to remove Trump from the 20. They shouldn't have no right to remove anyone from a fucking ballot that you have cheated in for 47 fucking years. And then bring a woke into our government. And then cause a war, aggravate or exacerbate a war using the criminal NATO nations in the Ukraine Russian shit that's going on, and then created an invasion into Egypt. You calling the Gaza Strip or Giza, and over the killing the Palestinian people, in which he created. And many others. Don't think the Southern people didn't get a whopper do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and don't think that it didn't spread all over the world. You know what I'm saying? But they criticized the Democrats for attempting to remove the man from the ballot. You know what I'm saying? It undermines the will of the voters. Yes, it do. Because this is what the demon Democrats do. They believe they rule the fucking world. Using people like this Ku Klux Klan log nut grand pool bar, their holy motherfucking home and them bullshit. Zionist, probably fucking Luciferian, you know, all that put into this clown nutcase log nut head. Last month, Texas Lieutenant Governor Don Patrick suggested taking creepy ass Joe Biden off the motherfucking ballot. He should be taken off just on the shit that he did for his whole career of his handling of the southern border and many other things such as creating an Israel. You know what I'm saying? And the Ukraine war and the NATO nations. Seeing that what happened in Colorado tonight makes me think, except, except we believe in the demon Mercury. You keep on in Texas. Maybe we should take creep Joe Biden's creepy ass off the ballot in Texas for allowing 8 million people to cross, to 8 million people to cross the border since his creepy ass, cheating ass into the so-called presidency, farting it up and stinking it up too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He has been in there. You know what I'm saying? disturbing our state far more than anything anyone else has done in recent history. Patrick, in an interview with the reason why, because you ain't doing what he wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking what he wants you to take. You ain't getting shot up or done up by the bullshit he wants to take. He is using our government to attack the people. And how can the people defend themselves against an oncoming slaw that does not show much? So it goes to show that in the method of government and people, it's something needs to be separated. That's why the Constitution is written in some ways like that, because the people must have their power to protect themselves against tyrants like this and them, such as we see here with the creepy administration. We should have a right to defend ourselves against a tyrant of him. Why he's up there looking good and y'all making him look good because y'all making him believe that he's really doing something right. But when you look at all of it put together, policies, all this he have done over his whole career, none of it was really good. That goes for the Black Caucus dummies and many black civil rights leaders as well. Because you know the demon Democrats love to use the black card because they years ago they were losing elections. So they figured they'll get the black people on their side somehow. And who did that? LBJ. Well, what he did, he passed the what? The welfare bill. He passed certain black bills and certain things and civil rights and all that to get the black people to believe that the demon Democrats had changed their spots. Then to ensure the mind frame and the psychology and switching of their brains and twisting it into fucking mush and bubblegum, you know what I'm saying? He created the Black Caucus dummies. Probably 34 or more than the Black Caucus dummies. And they was to go out and convince black people into voting Demon Democrat for the next 40, 50, 60 years. And they did just that. So this is how this creep and these type of people keep getting and staying in our government and doing bullshit. And then on top of that, as the new time come and the new generation, notice what they did. Change the music, all types of shit. You signing contracts. If you want to be rich, you got to sign this devil worship contract. This and those people are not going to speak up against the bullshit. They're not going to, you know what I'm saying? Even when you look at Shala, they're not case God talking about he Charlemagne and all this dumb shit. To me, you're an idiot. And I can have a discussion with you face to face. Because you see, if you that smart and that intelligent and got a talk show, you shouldn't be caught up in no violence. It should be straight dialect. You know what I'm saying? It should be straight dialect and talk and straightforward one-on-one, me and you. Charlemagne, that God. Well, I tell you what, I'm one too, but I'm a higher of the highest. You know what I'm saying? Not over anyone, but I and myself. You better understand that. So when I come, I'm coming with facts. I'm coming with hardcore talk. I'm not, and I want to see facts, not manipulate it. So when we put it on the table, we coming hard. You know what I'm saying? And I would like Umar Johnson to be there with me as well. You know what I'm saying? And if possible, the general, the general himself up front to start the debate. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to learn to use our power in its rightful ways. A debate don't always separate the truth. A debate only puts the truth or the facts to bring forth the truth to its light in itself. You know what I'm saying? So this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight. I'm not done yet. I'll be back in a minute on that flight.